back in the snow in the 2000 Toyota 4Runner 4x4 5-speed. It's early in the morning. It's been snowing all night. It's very windy, very cold. Sounds like ice coming down right now. Still running Blizzak DM-V2 winter tires. They're new this year. 265 70/16. It's the factory size for this truck. They are excellent, excellent tires. Even on the ice. What might look like pavement poking through the snow there is really just ice. They're not quite as good as the studded Nokian Hakkapeliittas I have on the BRZ, but they're pretty close for a non-studded tire. We're coming up on the sharpest turn and the steepest hill on this mountain pass, and it's really heavily sanded because a lot of people get stuck here. They come up here with the wrong tires. They come up here towing trailers, which is illegal in the winter. But it is just sand. They don't salt the roads here, which is very nice. It's one of the reasons this truck is still rust-free after 26 years. It's been in this area its entire life, so it hasn't really seen any salt. I haven't really done much to the truck since my last 4Runner video. I've kind of just been driving it and enjoying it. I've matched a second. We're in 4 high, second gear, 3,700 RPM, 4 grand, 4,400 shift. Check the brakes. We're going downhill now. Yeah, it's slippery. A little bit of ABS there. From 30, light on the pedal. Not bad. Yeah, I figured he might pull off here. Now back off. Alright, so now we have a true snow surface with no sand, and let's try the brakes again. Better grip, honestly. Better grip than the plowed surface. The snow on snow traction on these tires is really good. Once they strip that snow away and you're kind of just left with ice and a little bit of, you know, sand and rock and whatever, the performance goes down. This is about a 10% grade right here. I'm doing 35. Let's step on the brakes. Sliding a little bit, no ABS, but I'm slowing down. I'm sliding, but I'm slowing down. Maybe sliding isn't the right word. I'm kind of more... I can just feel that it's loose under me. This guy's having problems. Not the truck. There's a car in front of this truck. This is a person who doesn't have proper tires. You can always tell how somebody's driving, what tires they have on their car. They look like all seasons. I can't see around the turn, dude. I'm not going. Yeah. They're braking like they want me to pass them, but I can't see around the turn. And they're just gonna stop right there in the road. Holy crap. Sometimes people stop because they can't see, but I can't see a reason that that person would stop because they can't see. Like sometimes the wind and snow is blowing so hard up here, you get like vertigo, you get snow blindness almost. You can't tell if you're moving or if the snow is just blowing by. It's a really strange sensation. Yeah, you can always tell by how somebody is driving in these conditions if they have proper winter tires. And I'm not talking just like all-terrain BF Goodrich KO2s or, you know, Falcon Wild Peak, whatever. I'm talking true, proper winter tires, because the difference is massive. If you haven't seen my video comparing Blizzak DM-V2, and 40 minutes before I installed those, I drove the same roads with the Firestone Destination AT2s, which is a 3-peak mountain snowflake rated, you know, all-terrain. It's a street-oriented all-terrain, kind of like a Falcon Wild Peak AT trail. I'll link that video. Direct comparison, back-to-back, within 40 minutes, on ice, on snow. And the difference is clear. I'm not saying everybody needs a winter tire, but if you live in a location like this, that gets snow like this, and ice like this, then 100% you need winter tires. Without them, you're taking a massive risk, and it's just a matter of time before you have a crash. That may not be your fault or this person's fault. You know, maybe because somebody else like that person stopped and I couldn't stop behind them or swerve, or, you know, you got to be able to change direction. Third gear, 4 high, 30 miles an hour, going down steep hill. This is probably 8 to 9% grade. Runaway truck ramp is up here. I'm not touching the pedals, and we're at 40 miles an hour now. Holding third, still accelerating. Touch the brakes before this turn. Good braking power, good friction. It's slippery, but it's manageable with the tires. The car will turn if I tell it to. You just want slow, smooth, easy inputs. Holding gears going down the hill. People ride their brakes going down this mountain pass and light their brakes on fire. And I'm not just talking, you know, trucks towing trailers or even semis or anything, which they can do it too, easily. But just a regular car riding its brakes down this entire mountain pass. I've seen many cars burn to the ground, usually around this area too. every year there's a couple of cars that burn. I might have a photo of it if I do. It was a Subaru Outback, like right here, just burning to the ground. And sometimes you have to step on your brakes more than you'd like to because your gear ratios aren't holding you back from the car in front, any of the traffic in front. But still, you shouldn't just ride the brakes. Tap of the brakes. Like this guy, he's on the brakes a lot, but he's letting go also. You know, he's on and off the brakes. They're cooling down a bit. If your car has paddles, just click the paddle. Click the left paddle a couple times, it'll hold back gear, and then it'll probably just go back into drive when you start driving normally. If you're watching my videos, you definitely already know that. But it's crazy how many people don't understand that. Still not touching the pedals. 3,000 RPM, 31 miles an hour, second gear. We can shift to third here. It's supposed to continue snowing today, which is great. I love the snow, especially at the higher elevations.